Imagine a future where robots are no longer built, one by one, but printed by the thousands in colossal factories. In South Korea, a new era of industrial design has begun. Vast complexes where human-like machines are produced through advanced 3D printing technologies. Each unit is born layer by layer, polymer by polymer, circuit by circuit. Human-like robots emerge not from months of labor, but from hours of automated precision. Chapter 1: The Factory of the Future. This factory is unlike any built before. Its architecture resembles a massive cube-shaped industrial cathedral, towering over the landscape with reflective glass and steel. Inside, conveyor belts transport half-assembled robots through glowing tunnels. Like arteries feeding a mechanical organism, hundreds of robotic arms move in synchronization, sparks flying as frames are welded, joints tested, and processes installed. The precision is breathtaking, a ballet of engineering. Chapter 2: The Birth of Synthetic Humans. The most haunting moment comes when the robots receive their faces. Layers of synthetic skin are printed with nanoscopic detail, pores and hair follicles replicated with unsettling realism. For the first time, the cold steel frames acquire something human, something disturbingly familiar. Rows of these faces stare blankly, waiting for activation. They seem alive, yet utterly empty. To walk through the assembly hall is to feel surrounded by an army of unborn souls. Each blank stare is a reminder that these are not humans, but reflections crafted to mimic us, waiting for the spark of electricity to animate them. Chapter 3: Utopian Promise. Supporters of this technology see a revolution in progress. These robots could work dangerous jobs, tend to the elderly, perform surgeries, or colonize space. Entire industries could be transformed, with human risks eliminated and productivity multiplied. Imagine skyscrapers rising without a single injury, or deep-sea repairs carried out with flawless precision. In Korea, policymakers envision these robots building smart cities, maintaining infrastructure, and even acting as companions. They are not simply tools, but potential partners in daily life. Imagine walking through neon-lit streets where humanoid robots clean, protect, and guide, seamlessly integrated into society. Chapter 4: Dystopian Risks. What if these factories fall under authoritarian control? A regime with access to millions of obedient humanoid enforcers could establish dominance beyond imagination. Armies of identical machines, loyal only to their programming, could patrol streets, enforce laws, and extinguish dissent. Even in democracies, mass unemployment is a looming specter. As machines replace workers in every sector, inequality could deepen, resentment could spread, and unrest could erupt. Factories meant to liberate humanity might instead divide it. The march of progress could leave millions behind, questioning their place in a world run by machines. Chapter 5: Psychological Impact. What does it mean to live surrounded by human-like machines? When robots look and move like us, will we trust them or fear them? Studies show the uncanny valley unsettles people, a reminder that something can look almost human, yet feel disturbingly wrong. Children may grow up forming attachments to machines indistinguishable from friends. They may never feel the difference between a laugh shared with a peer and a programmed response from a machine. Loneliness may vanish, but so may authenticity. What becomes of trust, love, and identity when they can be manufactured? Chapter 6: Korea's Global Gamble. Why Korea? The nation has always been a hub of advanced robotics and electronics. Now it positions itself as the leader in humanoid mass production, building facilities larger and more advanced than anywhere else. Rival nations scramble to catch up, fearing economic decline and military disadvantage. The world watches closely. Investors, governments, and citizens all wonder if this gamble will create prosperity or instability. Korea may shape not just its own future, but the balance of power across the globe. Chapter 7: Utopia versus Dystopia. The Korean robot factories are both dream and nightmare. Utopian inefficiency, medical progress, and limitless creativity. Dystopian in control, surveillance, and potential human obsolescence. The same machines that heal could enslave. The same systems that bring prosperity could enforce submission. On one side, imagine hospitals where no one waits, construction sites where accidents no longer exist, and families who receive help from tireless robotic caretakers. On the other, imagine streets patrolled by machines loyal only to code, workplaces emptied of humans, and lives reduced to data streams controlled by algorithms. The factories sit at the crossroads of hope and fear. The same technology that heals can enslave. The same machines that liberate can dominate. The question is not whether Korea can build these factories, but who decides how they are used and at what cost. Governments, corporations, and citizens must decide whether this is progress or peril. Chapter 8. Closing Reflections. Perhaps the question is not whether we can build these robotic factories, but whether we should. To mass-produce beings in our image is to hold a mirror to ourselves. What do we value? Freedom or control? Compassion or efficiency? Each robot produced is not just a machine, but a reflection of our priorities as a species. The factories of Korea are not just about robots. They are about us, about the choices we make as a civilization, and the kind of world we wish to inhabit. They are about the tension between innovation and ethics, ambition and restraint. They force us to ask, are we building partners or replacements? Are we designing guardians or overseers? In the end, these structures are cathedrals of possibility, places where humanity decides not just what it can build, but what it believes in. The future is waiting, and the decisions made here will echo for generations. This is more than an industrial revolution. It is a moral reckoning written in steel and code. If this vision of the future sparked your imagination, join us as we continue to explore what lies ahead. Welcome to Futurepolis. Welcome to the future.